G'day, continuing on here with our Railbound playthrough. I've still got a few of the extra levels to go in 5, but we will continue on and start off with 6 on this one. See how we do with the standards and then how we do with the time remaining and all the bonus ones before we have to revisit all those remaining bonus ones at the very end. Okay, so let's see what happens when we do this. I assume it's just going to... Right, so what we might have to do is... Goes through... It flicks. This is the tutorial level. Doesn't flick till he hits it. So talk me through what happens there. Well, it flicks as he crosses it, so he has to hit it. What if I send him this way? He sort of takes the initial instruction. Right, so I just need to do that. There we go. Got there eventually. Not a good sign when it's the very first level. Alright, so he'll go that way. So I assume that then we'll send his buddy that way. There we go. Now that's an easy tutorial. What we're after. Now, assuming that when he goes through, that's already going to flip. So we need to make sure that that's corrected. So we just need to make sure it takes him longer to get there. There we go. Looks like those little circle routes are going to be a key part of this. Alrighty, are we ready for this? So let's sync that through again. Can't play this in sort of slow motion at all, can I? Right, like I can just sort of... it's either start or stop. Okay, so... Our mate number 1 here... I can't change the route that they're going on, so what can I change about this that's going to actually make them go somewhere else other than encounter here? So, I really wish I could pause this to think through the steps, so... Alright, so this guy's going to go turn, 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 and then he's going to head out. Whereas this guy just wants to hit that turn and he'll turn immediately. Is he just stopping, I think, because he's actually hitting the end? So let's just see what happens if we play it out. Right. Okay, so that then means that we need to just sort of connect this guy like that. And we need to get this to maybe do that. What happens if we do this? Alright, we just need to make that connect. And we're good. Alright, we're adding 3 into this. So, we have to get into the tunnel. So 3 has to get out of the way. If we have this guy connect like that, we know that the setup that's already in place is what he is going to follow. The problem is that this means that this guy will turn this way. So we would have to have him out of there immediately. This leaves us with nothing for that other guy. But basically, 1 gets through. But it doesn't seem like that's correct. Maybe that's what we have to do. He goes through. This one being turned means that he's now correct. He would have to hit that, but that's going to be facing the wrong way. So we just loop him around. How's that work? About that. after he goes down into that bit, 2 finally gets out. Oh no, he gets stuck on that bit there. This is one where you've got so much happening further up that it's that so much is changing that it's hard. I'm finding this hard to picture in my head without being able to sort of like itemize this down into single steps. 1 is fine. 3 comes down, hits this turned around, so he turns up this way. This is also turned at that point, so he goes up to here. He hits 2, and he actually sends 2 in the right direction. The only problem is that he ends up over here. With nowhere else to... Nowhere else to go. I can't change that because this guy needs it in order to get out. I can't change him to go anywhere else because I don't have enough line pieces. Doesn't work because this guy's going to come down. What happens if we do that? And that. And that. Yeah, there we go. Woohoo! I don't look forward to the challenge maps. Okay, so we have to have someone hit. So we know that he's going to hit this, and he's going to turn this way. So he's going to end up on that. Meanwhile, his mate 1 is going to come straight down, hit that, and then hit that, and proceed. 2 will hit that. That'll be turned by 1, and they should both be fine. No, wrong. 1 hits that, and he's wrong. All right. Here we go. Okay. So the same distance away from that. It feels like the red barricade here is a hint. Because it means that someone has to be there before someone else is all the way up there. Got 10. So say hypothetically we run 1 like that. 1 is just a straight arrow out of here. I assume that it would then mean that we just need to make 2 delayed to hit this point. By the time 2 hits this is going to be turned around and he's going to go this way. He's then going to go that way. That's going to be open. He allows 1 through. He's got a clear path through. Cool. Eight. Okay. We've got 10. So got to assume that... Let's work out where we need him to go, because clearly you could have 1 just sort of shoot through here and be done. So he comes up here, he goes around there. If this hasn't been crossed, he ends up going down here. And that leaves me 1 too short. So it means that whatever happens, this has to be a connection through there, because this guy has to come in. If he does that, then he's going the wrong way. This doesn't work because then 2 comes through and will hit this. He'll never proceed. So we... How's that work? No. That's just an endless cycle. Yeah. That doesn't work. Okay. So he goes and he hits that. we extended that out there and turn that. Exactly what I just had, right? But it doesn't matter. Yeah, not sure I did that the right way. So he turns into the red button, he turns into the green button. They both turn there, which means that they're then turned out. So I assume that's what's going to happen when they hit that button. No. Going to turn the other way so they can hit straight. Think about what needs to happen here. I mean, this doesn't work because I think 1's too close to 2. And there's no way I can sort of just slow down 2 to... I hit that slower. That sneaky way of... Oh, I've got those ones though, don't I? That doesn't work. And it's... like the wrong guy is hitting this at the wrong point. I need... No, because if someone comes through this way to hit this marker, they're going to get turned down this way. Whereas if... So let's just run this, assuming we're not getting 2 through on this attempt. He goes around, he comes back up, and we've got 1 through. But it doesn't feel like that gives us a chance to get 2 in the mix anytime soon, because he needs to wait long enough for this guy to sort of go through that cycle. So I can get him up there, or I could turn him down. So we turned him down. Did that. Don't think that there's a way that I could get 2 to hit this, like basically recreate what just happened, but switch them around, because this is on this side of on one side of the puzzle. So we're not using this at all at the moment. So what can we do that would make that get used? This would mean that as one hit the yellow, the red would be sitting on the outside of this, which doesn't work. Doesn't work either because we need him to sort of rotate out the other way. That's close. That is really close, I think, to the solution here. It's like we're one square too quick and letting 2 get into where 1 is. But I can't see a way to extend 2's time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They both hit that point at 9 on the 9 beat. We don't want 2 to shorten that to the 8 beat because then he's in front of 1. We need him to delay it to the 10 beat. Does that make his journey any longer? That's going to make it endless because this guy never crosses that red marker again. Yes, much longer. No access points back here, so I can't loop this guy around to his starting position again. It's funny to think of it, like if I'm 1 block off, it has to be the wrong solution because it's doesn't feel like there's any like expendable blocks in this. I mean, that doesn't work, so it just makes his route much shorter. It doesn't change that the right way. All it does is it means that without him hitting this... Alright, let's think about this. Without him hitting this, this guy doesn't get impeded to, means that he won't flip around when he hits this point. Basically, back to where I was. No shorter way to loop this at all. In that scenario, he sends through first. That doesn't work because then everybody skips red. Well, in case no one even uses this route. This crazy route doesn't work either. Also meant that firstly they'd collide or anything else wrong with that route. Alright, so let's say we don't hit the button straight away. Well, let's say we just give 1 the most direct path he can have. We know that that's flipped at the point that he comes here. Doesn't work because he'll hit that and then he'll immediately be sort of offset anyway. It's a very elaborate thing to achieve nothing. To me, it has to be that 1 has to loop around and That'll be like, and then that has to be altered by the time he hits it that second time. Because red, this is already hit. This is going to be flicked. So if I send this guy direct like this, he has to loop around. There's no other choice. He has to keep going that way. There's no scenario really where I could get him to hit the red button instead. Exact same one I'm sure I had before, but... in that scenario, red would have to get triggered again. That there would have to be a circle that somehow includes that you go through, you hit red, you try and do this loop all the way through. Yeah, we don't have any more squares. There's no... that feels like overthinking, that I'm attempting to solve the problem I've created and not attempt to solve the original problem. Say he doesn't hit green. He doesn't hit green. That works. Till he reaches here. Then we've got a problem. Then we've got 3 more that we could use to get him in here. Straight down to here, can't connect. Straight in here, he can't connect, it's too far. The only thing he could do is push the button. If he pushes the button, then he sinks this guy. And he also encounters that. Now. Oh man, these ones where it's also one of the story missions, so I can't just skip it and come back to it later. Something like that doesn't work. And I mean, that's just back to where I started with each time, where I feel like I'm so close. Let's look at this again to work out why this is a problem. Alright, he goes into an endless loop. Can't spin him out of that loop, because otherwise he goes to nowhere. How's that work? Man, was I always that close? Funny. But I did say a few levels earlier that I got to have a lot of my circles in this one, and completely forgot about it. Alright. Okay, so someone has to hit blue, 2 has to be able to get over here, 1 has to be able to get over here. How do we get 2 onto 1's path without 1 complaining about it? We're already out of squares. Doesn't feel like it's any shorter that I could get 1 out of here. There we go. Alright, so then we got 10 minutes to see how we go with the bonus levels. Many, many bonus levels. Alright, so what do we got? 6-2A. Right. One hits it. One would turn this way. But if we do that, then they're going to collide into each other. So assumably 3 needs to come in that way. So I guess we've got a like a addition like that on this guy. Let's just see what happens with this. All right, they hit at the same point. Just a quick check as well. That's turned correctly for 2 at that point. Doesn't work any better. So let's just play that out. So that works. 2 of them get through. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So they'd hit that at the same point. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. They'd hit that at the same point. I can't do anything to make sort of him loop around the back of one setup. He can't loop around the back of his own setup. Can't sort of go that way. This 3 could connect here, but again, that would leave him with nothing connected. Where does he go? Or is 2 going the wrong way? Thing is, if I do that, I've still got 1 extra square. Makes me feel like I'm at the wrong thing. That's close though, because it means he doesn't pass through this, he just heads straight through. But 1 extra slow, like if I get him just 1 extra square up here before he hits that. Great. So what if we flip this? What if this is the answer, that he goes that way? Doesn't feel like that's right, because it would then mean that alright, let's go. So yeah, so they're still going to collide. What this possibly would mean is that if he could hit that second, then he would go through the loop? No, he wouldn't. He would just go straight out. Not sure that's any better. Just going to collide into each other. I don't even know why I bother testing that. Maybe I just wanted to feel something. Alright, so one's most direct route. Alternatively, one's most direct route that costs us 1 extra square. Thing is that 2 can't get out away from that if we did that. But we can have 2 just whip right behind him. Thing is though that 2 isn't one for whipping. So he will sort of just go out this end. Then the problem is that both 3 and 2 are both in a loop where alright. So in this route, 1 goes down, he flips that the wrong way, 3 comes along, corrects it, 2's already around and he gets it, and so 3 has to do a few loops to solve this. There we go. We got there. 6-3A. 9. Boy. Well, I can't even have him whip back, because if he does, then 3 is just going to turn into him as well. So that doesn't work. That's pointless. Right, okay, so there we go. So that's 1 going to the right spot. Thing is, though, that we now have 2 squares left at that point. Either that... We still have to get 3 out of the way here. No achievement for 3 collisions at once. So what happened with this one? 3 and 2 collide. Got 1 more. Oh, I won't work either because I'll just get back to colliding. Think about this again. So 2's going to be set on that second cycle through. But there's no real way to stop 3 from just continuing straight up that line. So we got rid of that. But again, in which case they're just going to collide into each other. Almost work. No, I mean, that'll end up with 3. Ugh. Even if it did, it would end up with 3 coming in second. Alright, let's have a quick jump and look at one of the other ones. I don't think I'm going to get that guy in a hot second. So let's go 4A. Alright, so if we just go the easy, straight answer for guy number 1, it's just that really wobbly line. That's the straight answer. Sometimes you sit on one of those really tough ones and then you just come to another one and you're like, ah, they're not all so bad. 4B. Never trust a B. They're always going to be so much trickier. Alright, let's again try and get just 1 out as fast as possible. 2, we're going to give a loop and then head out. 3, I'm going to try a similar thing. He's going to need another loop out though. See. Alright. So again, we go for the easy way out for 1. But 9 still. And we can loop in behind them. So he hits that. It then means that if I say I did that with 2, 2 is going to hit this point turning down. So if we possibly do that and then that. And then we've got to figure out what to do with 3. So obviously 3 there is wrong. Let's kill 3 for a second. So we can see how long 2 is going to run for here. So we need that there. And we don't have enough rails to sort of swing him back around this way. Can't see anywhere where we could like inherit rails from. We can't turn him up this way. He'll just finish too early. I don't think I can shift him that way either, can I? Because it'll... No, because... It just gets in the way of everyone else. Can 2 do that? Just watching 2's pattern, trying to think about what... No real strategy to this, just sort of filling out the space. Oh, don't think I've got a hope on that one. Alright, there we go. That'll be our time on trying to solve this one. At least we knocked off a few of those complex ones. My goal is at the very end I come back and have a hard go at all of these, the challenge maps. I think the keyword there is going to be hard. Any questions or comments, feel free to check them below. Until next time, catch you later.